COVID-19 has hit virtually every country. There are no international good Samaritans to turn to for support. Each country must first face COVID on its own before any international efforts can come into the equation. As Kenyans, we must accordingly brace ourselves up to address COVID-19 on our own. This includes addressing our economic survival and social need forward-looking strategies towards a restored, stable, and robust national economy. Indications are that the national treasury is on a weak footing, even as the various voices that are asking for state intervention grow by the day. In point of fact, we are approaching a complete shutdown, whether we recognize this or not. And there could be merit in a deliberate shutdown. If Kenyans should continue being casual about this deadly virus, it is very disappointing to see our people treat very frivolously the instructions from the government. Perhaps the best way ahead now is for President Uhuru Kenyatta to order a periodized shutdown. This will most likely wake us up to the harsh realities of the mortal dangers that our conduct is exposing us. Citizens also need support in access to water, both for health purposes and as an essential nutritional need. In the same docket are steady supplies of electricity and paraffin for cooking purposes. I have previously addressed the need for cushioning both house renters and landlords. A crisis or even a shutdown law may need to be urgently enacted for this purpose, with the possibility of tax accruals where landlords and banks will be obliged to extend such relief to some degree of traveling remains inevitable, regardless that the country is shutting down or that it will be shut down. People must still travel to find food. They need to find health care and to find other essentials. The necessary measures that have been introduced to minimize the chances of spreading the virus through public transport come with challenges. One of these is cost, both for the commuter and the owner of the transport. There is need to look at taxation on petroleum products afresh in order to give Kenyans some level of relief. It is known, for example, that slightly over 50% of the price of fuel at the pump goes towards taxes and levies. The government should give citizens some relief. And here you remember there's petroleum levy, there's the pipeline levy, throughput, there's the customs, the excise duties on fuel, so many other levies that go on fuel. We have entered what would ordinarily be the planting season in the country's food basket zones. COVID-19 has set us back in this respect. We need clear, proactive contingency measures with regard to such essentials as fertilizers and seeds, access to agricultural credit, and even extension services. Equally important is the need for pesticides and acaricides. If this thing knocks the agricultural sector and it does not produce, we will be in a terrible fix. We cannot possibly leave this to chance as we seem to be doing. Going forward, Kenya needs a clear plan on how to secure agriculture and food for tomorrow, basically food security, by taking care of our farming sector despite the reality that is COVID-19. The supply chain for agricultural essentials and indeed all other essentials should not be compromised.